clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Makes a grab for a big play. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Plug it in. The cord is right in the wall in there, babe. It's in the wall. You silly girl.
This play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. They'll run play action. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this,
you need to go and lay down. Plug your iPad in.
You're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw it. They're working that left side. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story that goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
What are you doing in there?
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They booted away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line.
What's it called? Broken.
Oh, what did you use it for?
Grabbing words. Go. It is time to slow down. Thank you.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Looking for a gap. It's Bridges. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
The Cornhuskers want to move quickly.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
So now it's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Henderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here we go. He wants to throw it. He's got an open man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. These two guys just on the same wavelength. They make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Let's go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Michigan! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Huskers have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss because that could have been worse.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Huskers!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms. But the style...
Jason's such a loser, bro. Like, throw a fucking pass. You got all these fucking 99 speed receivers, 97 speed receivers. Throw a fucking pass. Fucking bum.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying play action. The short hands. It's Bridges. There he goes.
Dumbass game. Make it fun.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
If it breaks 2 tackles, like 50 just like tries to tackle him, and then he's like,
where the first down marker was. I gotta go get
we couldn't have played this more perfect. 2-on-1. Yeah, team doesn't matter on this game. For sure.
Look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down.
He throws right at the user.
Incompletion on first down.
Oh my God, Jason's bad
He
at
wanted
this
to go to
game.
his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
What are you doing in there?
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third
You got a
pass
punt.
is incomplete.
Oh
It's third
God,
and
you're
short. They're
bad.
throwing for it. They just can't come up with that.
Enola, what are you
Setting up a
doing?
big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it first and 10 just outside the 20. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They've moved it into scoring territory, first and 10 from the 11. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. Floats it out in space. They were trying to find the edge there by swinging it out to the right, but there was no room to run.
Yeah, in order for that play to work, they're going to have to get better blocking up front. Those receivers and tight ends, they've got to do a better job getting a hat-on hat and give that running back a chance to go somewhere with the ball.
A third and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Fires left. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Back to pass on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease. And then the wide receivers start to kick in. And the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment. But first, we have to show you how the script is being written here. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 35 over East Carolina. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To the ground with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Now from inside the red zone. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Gonna run it. It's Bridges. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to get the corner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Snagged out of the air. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
To the air on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Power football with the run. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's space, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Rides the back on the option to give.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on him. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Henderson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Snap from the gun on third down. And as he throws, pulls it in. It's Hancock. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw again. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they move the ball down the field and execute.
Turning it on. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
The Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. And wings it incomplete. Second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though. And that time, they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer.
Free up the gut. Got the first down. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Didn't really get a chance.
Some of our teams play for us.
Some
of our teams play for us.
That might be the
platinum blanket, platinum ball hawk, platinum thing. I ain't got one fucking player on my team that's got that type of shit.
Ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense uses
Not
a
one
timeout
single player on my
quickly
team
trying to
has
get that
anything
ball
like
back and preserve time for their offense.
And that run really didn't go
Not
anywhere.
even
And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough.
Listen.
How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to
And
move
the only
them
way
out of
he
the
can
way,
score, he
to
can't
get
even
a
throw the
run
fucking
game
ball. The
going.
only way he
It
can score is
squarely
if he
falls on the shoulder of
fucking
those
just
5
gets a wide
offensive linemen.
open run
They'll be
untouched.
perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Rossi. They'll run him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, David, it's impressive to see his performance.
It's one thing to have talent, but to get all the talent with the new pieces every single year to work together, this passing attack looks like they're going to
Just go lay down.
And now
I ain't got
that
one
top
motherfucking
25
player who
win
would
for the
play for
resume to
who
keep
would play for
building
this
throughout this
motherfucker.
season.
Not one single player.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back.
I ain't got one
and
single
save as
player
much
on my
time as
team that would
possible.
even play for this. And he needs all this bullshit to win. Build a better team.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I don't have one single player who would play for you. Go Husker. Go Big Red. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Go lay down and go sleep. I ain't got one single fucking player that will play for this motherfucker's team. Not a single one.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Timeout, Michigan.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's taking the deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
That will be the final play.
Yay.
Stop it.
Whatever.
The clock has expired here.